Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Explainer. So today we're tackling something I see literally everywhere online right now. It's this hyper-specific wellness trend, nutrient timing. You know the drill, right? Superfoods popping up all over your feed, promising boundless energy, longevity, the whole shebang. But there's this massive and frankly kind of exhausting debate about exactly when you should actually be eating them to get the most benefit. Is there a magic hour for your superfoods, or is it mostly just noise? Let's figure it out.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Are we supposed to be waking up at the literal crack of dawn to pound a massive bowl of berries and chia seeds? Like, is that the ultimate biological hack to kickstart your metabolism and laser focus your morning? Or wait, what about dinner? Is a beautifully curated, nutrient-dense plate of salmon and leafy greens exactly at dusk the smarter move? Honestly, it's incredibly easy to get completely tangled up in this timing debate. Are we supposed to optimize for morning energy, or should we totally pivot and optimize for nighttime recovery? Well, before you totally panic and overhaul your entire meal schedule, I want to take a breath and relieve that anxiety right now. Because here is the absolute core truth we found in the research today. Eating superfoods at the perfect time won't magically transform your health overnight. Actually, scratch that. There is literally no perfect time that acts as a magic pill. Timing absolutely matters, sure, but definitely not in the super extreme make or break way that social media influencers often make it sound. When we really look at the data, a massive reality check emerges for all of us juggling normal, busy lives. And it's this: consistency is the true superfood habit. Strict, militaristic schedules, they usually fail. But consistency always wins. Honestly, eating a handful of blueberries at midnight is still significantly better than buying them with the best intentions, only to let them slowly and tragically rot in the back of your fridge. We've all been there. Validating your real, messy schedule is step one to actual wellness. If you could only fit these nutrient powerhouses in at weird, odd hours, you are still getting those fantastic benefits. And this brilliantly illustrates the framework we're using today. We really need to reframe the entire conversation. Instead of obsessing over what's the absolute best superfood, we need to start asking, what does my body actually need right now? Because your needs shift dramatically throughout the day. Think about it. In the morning, your body is screaming for energy, hydration, mental focus, and stable blood sugar. But at night, your system shifts entirely into this deep recovery mode, focused on hormone regulation, muscle repair, digestion, and getting you to sleep. Section 1. Morning fuel for sustained energy. Okay, so to completely avoid that brutal sugar spike from standard processed breakfast foods and that inevitable soul-crushing 10:30 a.m. energy crash, we need to focus on specific things. Let's run through the heavy hitters for the morning. We're talking berries, oats, chia and flax seeds, eggs and avocado, and green tea. Now, oats are heavily underrated in my opinion. They give you these slow-digesting carbs that basically drip-feed fuel to your brain for hours. Pair those with the omega-3s and fiber from chia seeds, and boom, you stay full and drastically cut down on that urge for random mid-morning pantry grazing. Throwing together some overnight oats saves you so much precious time in the morning, while eggs and avocado give you this fast, perfectly balanced hit of high-quality protein and heart-healthy fats. And really quickly, notice the absolute superpower of green tea here. I know a lot of us practically mainline coffee, but if you're getting jittery, green tea is a remarkably smooth alternative. It's got moderate caffeine, sure, but more importantly, it contains L-theanine. This is a fascinating little compound directly linked to calm, sustained focus. That unique combination gives you this exceptional burst of productivity without the hard, sudden caffeine crash later on in the day. Oh, and a super practical, real-world note on those morning berries: frozen berries are a genuinely perfect, affordable option. They are literally just as nutrient-dense as the fresh ones, which is a total lifesaver, especially since buying fresh berries during a freezing Canadian or northern US winter costs a small fortune. Just drop them straight from the freezer into your oatmeal or your blender. Easy. Section 2. Evening rest. Prioritizing recovery and sleep. So as the sun goes down, your body's focus shifts inwards to prioritize hormone regulation, digestion, and deep cellular and muscle repair. You need foods that actively support this natural wind-down process instead of fighting it. Here is your ultimate evening recovery lineup. Salmon is essentially the superstar here. It's packed with protein for overnight muscle repair, plus those omega-3 fatty acids that do wonders for reducing inflammation.
Pair a nice piece of salmon with leafy greens like spinach or kale, which give you a crucial hit of magnesium. Magnesium is amazing for muscle relaxation, and greens won't leave you feeling uncomfortably heavy right before bed. And for a lighter bite, Greek yogurt and kefir are fantastic for your gut health, offering way better protein than a heavy dessert. Now, check out this surprising little fact about tart cherries. Did you know they naturally contain melatonin? Yup, the exact same hormone intrinsically linked to regulating your sleep cycle. Because of this, tart cherry juice has become wildly popular, especially among athletes and active adults, specifically as a tool to enhance sleep quality and accelerate post-workout recovery. It is just a brilliant, totally natural nighttime aid. So the crucial point to remember here is summarized perfectly by this quote from our research. Sometimes the healthiest thing you can do at night is slow your body down. Just upgrading your typical sugary dessert to maybe a bowl of plain Greek yogurt with a little sprinkle of cinnamon, or just sipping a warm, cozy cup of chamomile or peppermint tea. That actively supports a healthier nighttime routine. It literally signals to your brain that the day's work is done. Section 3. Proceed with caution regarding nighttime detours. While we're talking about nighttime routines, there are a few highly nutritious foods that are generally way better to consume earlier in the day to avoid disrupting your hard-earned rest. Here is a brisk rundown of those late-night culprits. Now, to be clear, we are not scolding these foods. They are incredibly healthy, but timing really does matter here. Huge, fruit-heavy smoothies consumed late at night, they can cause a pretty significant blood sugar spike. Heavy caffeine sources, and yes, even the healthy ones like matcha or a square of dark chocolate, can seriously mess with your sleep architecture. And those giant, high-fiber meals right before hitting the pillow, that's almost a guaranteed ticket to digestive discomfort and bloating. Listen to your body's feedback, Try shifting these heavier items to earlier in your day. Section 4. A sustainable strategy for busy adults. So, how do we actually put all of this together without completely driving ourselves crazy? Look, if you're a time-poor professional, a busy parent juggling a million schedules, or just someone who wants the health benefits without making nutrition a full-time job, keep this really simple mental checklist. Your morning focus is simple: fiber, protein, and healthy fats. Think a quick slice of avocado toast with eggs, or those overnight oats. Your evening focus is equally straightforward: protein, vegetables, and recovery foods. Think a simple sheet pan salmon with some roasted greens, or a nice hearty lentil soup. You really don't need elaborate recipes. You just need to cover these basic categories. And here is exactly how you implement it into your life. Step 1, pick just one morning superfood habit to start. Step 2, pick one evening superfood habit. Step 3, stick to it consistently. This keep it simple approach makes it crystal clear that you do not need some flawless, super intimidating schedule. You just need a routine you can actually maintain. Throwing some berries into your morning yogurt and brewing a cup of herbal tea at night, that is a phenomenal start. Which brings us right back to our core thesis for today's explainer. Consistency always beats strict external rules. The absolute healthiest routine in the world is simply the one you can comfortably maintain day in and day out. Please don't let the pursuit of perfect timing stop you from eating nutrient-dense foods whenever you can reasonably fit them into your crazy busy life. I want to leave you with this final, quick thought. What single superfood habit will you start tomorrow? Pick just one thing we covered today. Maybe it's finally swapping that extra coffee for green tea to get better focus, or adding a splash of tart cherry juice to your evening wind down. Take action on it immediately. And hey, if this explainer brought you a little bit of clarity today, please share it with a friend who is trying to eat healthier without making their life completely complicated. Thanks so much for learning with me, and I will see you in the next explainer.